Ladies and gentlemen, when you look at Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i from the political perspective, you can tell that he's improving day by day.
Let's give these guys another term. If they are going the way they are going, let them complete what they are doing. So, but what are they going to complete? Nothing. Give you more time to complete nothing. I mean, so, yeah.
And kudos to the team that is managing Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i. And why am I saying this? Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i has been able to manage the expectations of Kenyans. If he could have come with the expectations of Kenyans and then tried to satisfy them, Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i could not have managed to be politically relevant for the next 2 years. But now, his team played a very smart game here. They said he has to act normally and then rise gradually. That's amazing. And most of you can tell as we speak today, when it comes to the social media presence, Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i is there, most especially on TikTok. When it comes to even the mainstream media, Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i is now present. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i visits, every Sunday visits a church.
I think no one has been betrayed in this country more than the church. And no one has been let down more than the church. Because you are the ones who were misused or even abused by some of our leaders to provide a platform to propel leaders into positions of responsibility under the guise of them being your members, when in actual fact, they were basically just using you and using the identity of the church. We are not God. We can't charge people. But the truth of the matter is, now, the church cannot walk away. Let's work together. The job you have always done of pulling all of us together, please let's continue to do it.
And actually, those visits are very important, politically speaking, because it creates the conversation at the grassroots. That is also important.
So that we work together. You are so gifted and you have done so well this morning in the manner in which you have spoken to these parents.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you look at his personality, on the track record, tick. Ladies and gentlemen, as far as the presidential candidature is concerned in the country, Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i knows very well that financial muscles are critical, especially in 2027. And when you look at Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i right now, he's prepared. So on finance, tick. Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to numbers and facing President William Ruto, if Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i is fronted by the other opposition leaders, then when it comes to numbers, Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i, tick. Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the campaign machines, so long as Rigiji is present, and then we have some other people from Kenya Moja, then Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i, tick. Ladies and gentlemen, but now there is one thing that we must accept. Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i has some things to fix. He has some big challenges that he's facing. And that is what I want to highlight here on this particular video. But before I do so, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mukwa Times, please take a second or two to subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Now, without much wasting of time, let me dive into this particular topic here today. Ladies and gentlemen, what are these challenges that Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i is facing? Number one, poor performing members of parliament. One thing we have to agree here today, it is that Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i, before he goes to the rest of the country, he must fix the Gusii region. It would not be ideal for Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i to bank all the seats, my special members of parliament seats from the Gusii region. Because in the National Assembly, he needs numbers. So he must fix the Gusii region politically. Now, what do I mean by having poor performing members of parliament? Look at all those members of parliament surrounding Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i. Except Cliff Giserombane. Which other member of parliament is performing there? None. Except Cliff Giserombane is famously known as Engoko. That is the only member of parliament who is performing. And actually he's not even doing his best as we speak. But he's trying, considering the size of his constituency. Kitutu Masaba is quite huge. Ladies and gentlemen, all these others, they are performing poorly. I did my survey online under the ground. I realized that Anthony Kibagendi is not performing well when it comes to the tangible projects at the grassroots using the NGCDF, I mean. Bursaries he gives, yes, but it's not everyone that needs, actually, everyone that he can reach to give bursaries. But the tangible project at the ground is not doing well. I was checking and I realized that there's some toilets that he constructed which are in a deplorable state. Some of them have cracked, not of good quality. There are some schools that do not have fences that he was supposed to assist. He has not done yet. So that means Anthony Kibageni is not doing well, and is the closest person to Dr. King of Fred Matiang'i when it comes to the members of parliament. He's one of the closest. So that is a big challenge. Apart from Anthony Kibageni, we have Barongo. Barongo, if you go to his constituency, he's not doing well. People do not like him when it comes to performance. People are saying that he's dormant. And it is true. When I went there, I realized that people are complaining about his way of making sure that there's development at the grassroots using the NGCDF. Ladies and gentlemen, why is the performance of the members of parliament important? In 2027, it will not be just Dr. King of Fred Matiang'i. It's about having a candidate who is going to perform and deliver for the people of Kenya. Actually, that is the major reason as to why Dr. King of Fred Matiang'i has been considered from the Gusii region and most of the Kenyans across the country because of his track record, ability to deliver. It will not make sense to give Dr. King of Fred Matiang'i the votes as the Gusii community and then leave other leaders because of poor performance. What does that mean then? Dr. King of Fred Matiang'i has to tell his members of parliament to work, to deliver, because right now as we speak today, let the truth be told, the members of parliament from the UDA side, they are working so hard to use the track record aspect in 2027 as their campaign machine. They want to campaign based on track record. I was recently with a lady of about 60 years old from the Kitutu Churches South. I think it is Kitutu at the north, where Japhet Nyakundi comes from. This lady, despite being elderly, she told me that they will vote for Japhet Nyakundi. Not because he's with William Ruto. No. Not because he has money. Because he's doing what you call development projects. She even gave me an example of a road that she's expecting it to be done by the member of parliament, that is Japhet Nyakundi. And once it is done, they will vote for him, that region entirely. I think it's around Sense Ward. Ladies and gentlemen, I asked her, how about Matiang'i? He said, Japhet Nyakundi will be the Matiang'i in 2027. I don't know how sincere she was, or maybe factual she was, but the fact remains they're expecting him to join with Dr. King of Fred Matiang'i. However, ladies and gentlemen, what caught my attention is the reasons as to why she settled on Japhet Nyakundi. It will not be easy to get someone out of power who is performing. Yes, there will be a wave of Dr. King of Fred Matiang'i, but I'm telling you, when it comes to the members of parliament, if they camp in their constituencies, it will not be easy for them to just be forgotten. It's very difficult. Considering also the amount of money they're going to be given to campaign, it will not be easier. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a big challenge because the UDA people, as I said, they're performing also. They're working very hard to ensure that they're proving to the people that they're also working. I've listened to members of parliament from UDA side, and most of them are campaigning on the basis that they have worked, they have brought roads, they have built this and that's why they want to be re-elected. And therefore, to counter these people, Dr. King of Fred Matiang'i must tell his members of parliament to wake up and also deliver for the people of the Gusii region. Number two, ladies and gentlemen, it is the blackmailing that is receiving from all over members of parliament, or let me say generally the political class. People are telling him to give them money to campaign. Others are even asking for a tune of 300,000 shillings in a week. I'm getting that. What is the essence of a member of parliament from the Gusii region to ask Dr. King of Fred Matiang'i for 300,000 every week to go and campaign? Allegedly, I'm getting the news around that to go and campaign the Gusii region, for heaven's sake. If it could have been an offer to a member of parliament from the coastal region or even from central Kenya, it could have been understood. Some of them are low as MCAs, and they want 300,000 every month to campaign for Dr. King of Fred Matiang'i within the Gusii region. That is the biggest challenge. And some of them, when they left back, they go and start the campaigning. We just say it here. It's allegedly that also these leaders, most of them, have already started attacking Dr. King of Fred Matiang'i. That is not fair. That's a big challenge. He had to sit down and see how to deal with these people by bringing up a team that can be able to counter them. Another thing that is a big challenge for Dr. King of Fred Matiang'i, ladies and gentlemen, is the poor performance by the governors. As we speak today, Amos Nyaribo is taken to be among the poorest performing governors in the country. But the fact remains he's doing one or two things, but Nyamira is not managed well. And I'm going to do an extensive video as far as Amos Nyaribo is concerned. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, we have to also state it categorically here that the performance of members of parliament and also the governors is important because it will enable Dr. King of Fred Matiang'i to have, first of all, a good name outside the Gusii region, and apart from that, also to have a good name within the Gusii region, so that even when he's pushing his campaigns, it's easy. Ladies and gentlemen, another big challenge that Dr. King of Fred Matiang'i is facing is this. The counter team is lacking a proper counter team to face President William Ruto's team. I'm feeling like, yes, he's doing well, but how is it that he's the one to go to Kisii and start attacking Agina Simba Arati, telling them that hiyo story ya kwenda kukamua ng'ombe, it is not part of the development projects you are planning for the Gusii region? How is it that he's the one countering Simba Arati and some other leaders? We should have some strong leaders, some campaign machinery within the Gusii region to face some of these politicians. But if it is Matiang'i going to do so, then he's also falling into William Ruto's trap to be branded as a Kisii leader. I don't know what is your take, but in the comment section, don't show me some of the challenges that you feel Dr. King of Fred Matiang'i has, but I personally feel these are big challenges that he's facing. I'm sorry I've been away for quite some time. I had some few issues, also feeling unwell. You can see here there's some problems I developed, but I hope in due course I'm going to be far much stronger so that I can be able to do better and better on this particular channel. See you next time for more videos. My name is Abel Mukwa.